The shocking truth about Côte d'Ivoire. Ouattara studied hard as a proud Burkinabé. He got married as a proud Burkinabé, earned his PhD as a proud Burkinabé, worked at the IMF as a proud Burkinabé, became a top banker representing Burkina Faso, built his retirement home in Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso. So tell, how does a man spend his whole life as one nationality, then suddenly become Ivorian just in time to be president? Let's find out. Côte d'Ivoire, the Paris of West Africa. A stunning country with vibrant culture, electric nightlife, and the warmest people you'll ever meet. Seriously, if you love music, parties, and classy vibes, this is the place to be. But here's the twist. France still has a tight grip on it. Decades of colonization left deep scars. Many of the biggest companies, still French-owned. Good or bad, you tell me. But the real bombshell? President Alassane Ouattara, 83 years young, just announced he's running for a fourth term. Wait, what? That's against the constitution. Opposition leaders are furious. This fourth term is a direct violation of our laws. We will never accept it. Yet Ouattara insists the constitution allows it and my health is fine. So, Africa, are we really ready for democracy, or are we stuck in the same old cycle? Sound off in the comments. Why can't African leaders let go? The shocking truth about power and shame. Let's find out. Power, pride, and the refusal to step down because Africa's leaders just don't know when to quit. President Ouattara of Côte d'Ivoire says he's running again for a fourth term because the country needs my experience. Oh, really? Is it Côte d'Ivoire or France needs you? 14 years in power and you're still the only solution? Here's the real question. Why do African leaders act like power is their birthright? They'll retire from small jobs, security guard, office clerk, doorman, no problem. But when it comes to the presidency, oh no, the country will collapse without me. Since when? Do you remember that MP from Congo RC who got caught in a wild viral video with a woman? They asked him to resign. He refused. What kind of audacity do you need to stay in office after that? But back to Ouattara. It's not just about him running again. The real issue? He's blocking opposition candidates from even competing. Sorry, your name's not on the list, including Laurent Gbagbo, a major political figure. How convenient. When will African leaders learn to let go? When will they stop clinging to power like it's their last meal? Drop your thoughts below. Hold up, did you catch this? The official candidate list just dropped, and guess who's mysteriously missing? All the strong opposition leaders. Shocking, right? Oops, sorry, your name's not here. The same is happening. Cameroon's 92-year-old president, 42 years in power and still running again. Because apparently in a country of 28 million people, no one else is smart enough to lead. Really? And here's the real kicker. France stays silent. No dictator labels, no criticism, just cozy handshakes and business deals. And the most amazing surprise was last week when Paul Biya was sick and admitted to a French hospital in France. No one in Cameroon was able to perform his operations as an acting president, but the French embassy in Cameroon held all his offices in the country. No label for dictators, tyrants, and rebels for the presidents who are backed by the West. But when the leader like Mali's Goïta or Niger's Tiani tries to break free, bam, suddenly they're tyrants. Double standard, the truth. As long as African leaders keep their markets open, their resources flowing, and their loyalty strong, the West turns a blind eye. So tell me, is Europe really Africa's problem? Or are our own leaders and their foreign allies the real issue? Sound off in the comments. Here's the deal. If you play by their rules, you can rule forever. Stay in line, keep the resources flowing, and the West will applaud you, no matter how long you cling to power. But dare to put your people first, suddenly you're a junta, a dangerous rebel, or worse, ruler for Africans. Côte d'Ivoire's president blocking his rival Laurent Gbagbo from even running. Why? Over questionable accusations that just happened to remove his biggest competition. And the excuses? Oh, they're wild. Some say Gbagbo isn't Ivorian enough. He's from Burkina Faso. Others claim it's about religion. But here's the real reason. Ouattara studied hard, as a proud Burkinabé. He got married, as a proud Burkinabé. Earned his PhD as a proud Burkinabé. Worked at the IMF, as a proud Burkinabé. Became a top banker, representing Burkina Faso. Built his retirement home in Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso. So how does a man spend his whole life as one nationality, then suddenly become Ivorian just in time to be president? This isn't about tribe, faith, or even politics. It's about control. And as long as African leaders serve foreign interests, they'll never be called dictators. But we Africans see the game. What's your take? Drop a comment. The African power trap. Why can't leaders let go? Look at this map for a second. See how Burkina Faso sits right next to Côte d'Ivoire? Here's the crazy part. These borders were drawn by colonial rulers, splitting tribes and families across imaginary lines. So when we argue, is this leader really Ivorian or Burkinabé? We're missing the point. The people were here long before these borders existed. But here's the real issue. Why do African presidents act like thrones are inherited? In South Africa, power transitions smoothly. But is that because the system still has strong non-African influence? Botswana shows it's possible with 100% African leadership, so why can't others follow? Meanwhile, places like Côte d'Ivoire, Liberia, and DRC are stuck in endless leadership dramas. Is it greed? Trauma? After centuries of exploitation, have we forgotten how to share power? The painful truth. Our biggest problem isn't outsiders, it's our refusal to change. When will an African president proudly say, "I've served my time, now I step aside for new leaders"? That's the democracy Africa deserves.